Audi Q3 2018 present. A branded watch is a nice thing to have. It looks smart and people are often impressed by it. But is it worth paying extra for one when a cheaper non-branded watch does exactly the same job? Of course, you can circumnavigate this issue by buying a used one, much like you can with a used car. For example, you could get a premium badged used Audi Q3 for the same money as new Nissan Qashqai or new Peugeot 3008, or even the Q3's close cousin, the Volkswagen Tiguan. And you'd certainly impress the neighbors while doing so. The engine range of the Q3 is mostly made up of petrol engines, with 3 supping fuel from the green pump and a couple of diesels drinking from the black one. There's a 148 bhp 1.5-liter 35 TFSI, a 187 bhp 2-liter 40 TFSI, and a 227 bhp 2-liter 45 TFSI for petrol fans, or a 148 bhp 2-liter 35 TDI for high-mileage diesel users. The other diesel is 187 bhp 40 TDI. The lower-powered petrol and diesel can be had with a manual or automatic gearbox, while the 40 and 45 TFSI petrols and 40 TDI are automatic only. Quattro 4-wheel drive is standard on the 40 and 45 TFSI and 40 TDI, but was an option on the 35 TDI. As for trim levels, there are 4 to choose from. Entry-level Sport comes with plenty of equipment including 18-inch alloys, LED headlights, dual-zone climate control, an electric tailgate, rear parking sensors, and cruise control. S-Line has larger 19-inch alloys, privacy glass, Audi's virtual cockpit digital instrument cluster, and sports suspension, while Edition 1 cars have 20-inch alloys and heated front seats with electric adjustment. Top-of-the-range Vorsprung Q3s have an upgraded Bang & Olufsen sound system and adaptive suspension. Handling, particularly on S-Line versions with sports suspension fitted, is rather nimble for an SUV, resisting roll and dive under braking better than most of its rivals. The trade-off is a stiff ride that thumps over potholes and fidgets over rough sections of tarmac. Sport models on smaller wheels and softer standard suspension will be better, while Vorsprung versions with adaptive suspension that can be set to a more supple comfort mode should be better still. Interior quality is up to the usual standards in most places, but you will find hard plastics further down, which is more indicative of a Volkswagen than a pricey Audi. Still, space up front is fine, and there's a lot of adjustability in the seat and steering wheel for a driver to find a comfortable position. Those in the back can also adjust both the angle of the seat and the amount of leg room, which is a great feature to have for taller passengers. Ultimately, a Volvo XC40 still has more room and a better choice if you have children and need child seats. The boot is one of the biggest, on paper, in the class and is improved by a standard adjustable height floor and the added flexibility of a 40 by 20 by 40 split folding mechanism. The majority of used examples will still be within the franchised Audi dealer network and will therefore look like new. It's still worth inspecting the alloy wheels for any signs of curb damage, because you can get some particularly large ones on high trim levels, and they can be expensive to repair. Also, if the wheel has suffered a particularly bad knock, it might have damaged the suspension. More interiors in the Q3 use dark-colored carpets and materials that resist stains well. Some first owners may have specified the Alcantara pack across parts of the dashboard and door cards, so make sure that if the car has any, it's all in good order. This generation of Q3 is too new to have shown up any major issues yet. Petrol models were more reliable than diesel models in the previous generation car, which is perhaps just as well given the bulk of the range of the current car is made up of petrols. The latest Q3 actually came a few places lower than the older car it has replaced, finishing in 19th place out of a class of 22 family SUVs. Audi as a brand didn't do particularly well in our most recent reliability survey and only managed 21st place in a class of 31 car manufacturers. Since the equipment level of the standard sport version is so good, there's really no reason to go further up the range, even though it can occasionally be a bit too coarse under hard acceleration. The 1.5-liter 35 TFSI has enough mid-range show for most situations, and it has the best fuel economy of the petrol range. If you do lots of motorway miles, there's always the lone diesel option. Our favorite Audi Q3 1.5 35 TFSI Sport. Well, if you are the owner of this car, then please describe the problem that you had to face during the operation of the car. Perhaps it is your feedback that will help viewers when choosing a car. That's it for today. Thanks everyone for attention. It isn't much work for you to subscribe to the channel. See you soon.